Joining us now in studio is political analyst Brett Thompson to break it down. Brett, what's new with HB2?
Thanks, Caleb. Just a heads up, the governor's office the Public Facilities Privacy and Security Act, but for the sake of brevity and transparency, I'm just going to call it HB2 if that's all right. The NCAA and the ACC both made major statements against HB2 last week, pulling championships out of the state of North Carolina for the academic year. Let's start at the top with the NCAA. On Tuesday, the organization pulled 7 championship events from the Tar Heel State, including the first and second rounds of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. That move will cost the state roughly $20 million in lost revenue. And from an on-court perspective, the move hurts UNC basketball, who has gone 33-1 in tournament games in North Carolina and whose last 4 national championship runs started in its home state. Now, just one day later, the ACC dropped a bombshell of its own, pulling all off-campus championships out of its home state, those shown right here. Most notably, football in Charlotte and baseball in Durham are out. And that is a huge deal, especially considering how difficult the decision had to be for ACC Commissioner John Swofford, who was both born and raised in North Carolina. The ACC is synonymous with North Carolina, and it just sent a message that it has a zero-tolerance policy for discrimination. And that's an important thing to remember. This so-called bathroom bill is not about bathrooms. While the main selling point of the bill is to protect women and children from men in bathrooms, the bill states that you cannot be discriminated in the state based on race, religion, color, national origin, or biological sex. It's not about what's written there, but rather what's left out, and that's the LGBTQ community. Opponents say the bill opens homosexual and transgender residents up to legal discrimination, and that's what these organizations are taking a stand against. Now, Pat McCrory, the governor of North Carolina, has strongly supported HB2 since signing the bill, although this weekend he did show signs of relenting. McCrory dropped his lawsuit against the Obama administration related to HB2 and announced that he would call for a special session to repeal the bill if the city of Charlotte repeals its anti-discrimination ordinance that inspired the NCAA